Okay, so let's try that again. It abruptly cut me off. So, I just talked to my friend Petya on her page about um, body wisdom. So she's a body wisdom coach. She specializes in the weightless body. So she helps you to lose the weight emotionally. So she's not like a traditional weight loss coach with exercise and things. Like she helps you actually lose the weight by losing what you're holding on to, which is really fantastic. So you can check her out and check out that video. Um, so yeah, I was talking about dead vagina syndrome and eggplant protocol and why that's so important to me versus just focusing on the clitoris. Um, and so dead vagina syndrome, for those that don't know yet, is when a woman is not able to fully embody her feminine and she is turned off in life, and that shows up in not being able to drop into her body during sex, to not be fully penetrated, and to have like deep penetrative ecstasy type orgasms. And it shows up in her relationships with men. So it can show up as very controlling. It can show up as not able to trust men. Like there's a big list of symptoms, but it shows up in not being able to be fully seen in your business, to not accept pleasure, to not receive, like to have money issues. So it shows up in the bed, the bank account, business, and your work, which was business. There's another, it shows up in your branding, like bland branding. When you start to fully own all of you, your power, your sex, and be trusting in the vulnerability and trusting and open to all opportunities and experiences, like that's very feminine. And trust issues are a big thing, and lack of trust shuts down the vagina, so she won't feel the amount of pleasure that she's capable of. And all women are orgasmic. All women's body are capable of ultimate pleasure, but when we are suppressing a part of us, we won't experience that. So most women can have a clitoral orgasm, but if only 20% can then have an orgasm via penetration, and that should be also 100%. So dead vagina syndrome is rampant in our culture, and that's why relationships are thrown off balance, because we're not trusting that it's safe to be women. We're not trusting that we can be penetrated, and we're not able to receive fully. So eggplant protocol is important because it's this deeper receiving. So whether that's a live person or a phallic item of your choosing, I prefer crystal wands. So there's dildos that are made out of like rose quartz or amethyst or black obsidian that make excellent phallic eggplants for eggplant protocol to open up the vagina. So when you physically open up the vagina, especially yourself, like I think it's very powerful when a woman learns to self-pleasure this way instead of waiting for a man to do it. It's very, very powerful. And then when a man does join you, if you are of heterosexual nature, when a man does join you, you're already open and ripe to that space. Hey Karen, did I say that right? So hopefully I did. So let me know if that's not correct. So when a woman's heart is shut down, so will the ability to orgasm through penetration. So a lot of women that find me, and in my own journey. So when I teach pleasure, it's about going deeper, and it's doing in my own experience, it was the emotional work. It was the emotional transformation. It was the spiritual masculine and feminine unionization within. I call it erotic exaltation, is owning your own throne within, with being penetrated by your own inner masculine, which then is going to allow you to now surrender to your partner, surrender to your eggplant, to open up the vagina and open. When the heart opens, the yoni opens. And she is naturally orgasmic. So if she's not in that orgasmic state, you are suppressing something, I assure you. So the work is to look at what you're suppressing and transform it. It's shadow alchemy. It's erotic alchemy. And so the work I do is body, mind, and spirit. So we address the physical components of sex and eggplant protocol and all the different types of orgasms that are possible. And we address the emotional components, like what are you storing in the yoni? Because an erotic reflexology is that all parts of the body are stored in the yoni via reflexology. So the G-spot is liver linked, the cervix is heart linked. You can access the kidney meridian. When the kidney and adrenal meridian is shut off, your sexual energy won't flow to your heart. I lost half my body size in 12 weeks when I found my pleasure without meaning to. Awesome. I'd love to hear about that. Yeah, I think all things are possible with sex therapy, quite honestly. Like pleasure therapy is what I teach and live by. I'm a North Node in Leo and Venus in Leo in the 11th house, and I think it's my destiny to like teach this to the world. Luxury and femininity and women being women again is like my passion, and women being orgasmic and wealthy and well fucked, like that's my mission. And because a lot of women are not wealthy and well fucked, they walk around not wealthy and bitter and resentful and underfucked, and it's not fun for them either. And so many things can be cured when they put themselves first and they realize that pleasure is their natural state, because we walk around and not pleasure. Like, I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about not feeling good in their body, like putting shitty things in their body, thinking shitty thoughts all day. Like, these are all things that make us feel like shit. Yep, liver is yes, G-spot. But actually the squirting is a different component of that. There's a lot to it, but the squirting is a different component. But congrats on that. That's awesome. And yeah, a lot of these things, they will transform your life. Like Karen is a testimony also of the transformation that sex can have in somebody. And it's sex, but it's way more than sex, and every woman deserves that. And yeah, that's why I'm teaching pleasure. So it starts on Tuesday. So everybody get in there. I think even women that are having great sex already, like, it can be better. Like, it's literally can. If you haven't seen my post, I wrote a story that's starts off as a post. It was yesterday, so it's not that long ago on my feed. So the rest of it's on the blog about my full body orgasms. They're literally like a hit of ecstasy. And yes, I've taken ecstasy before, so it's very comparable. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. And I thought I had a decent sex life, like it wasn't terrible, until now that it's this, it's like, oh, well, yeah, it can be better. So I think that everybody gets to have that. Like, God didn't hand out broken vaginas. That's my statement. I'm sticking to it. Vaginas are naturally orgasmic. So it's us that are suppressing it. It's us that are holding back. It's us that are not embodying deeply this feminine vulnerability and openness. So, and to get there, we have to let go of things. We have to let go of these shadows. We have to alchemize the emotions, and that's what creates the magic. And so when you're shameless about yourself and life, then your life will transform. Your sex life will transform. So that's the work that I do. That's what we'll cover in pleasure, is all of the wounding and the trauma that's stored, and the physical aspects of sex, how to do eggplant protocols, and activate your sex codes, activate your wealth codes to be the wealthy and well-fucked woman. And yeah, so that's what pleasure's about. You can also, if being in a group is kind of like, I don't know, but this being in a group and witnessed by other women, it's just women in this, there's no men, so it's all sisterhood, is very healing. Shame cannot live in the light, so being witnessed and being on a journey with others is actually part of the experience and part of the healing. And but if that's not your cup of tea and you'd rather work with me one-on-one in in a single setting with me, that's also possible. So I have 6-month spots available. It's $11K or $2K a month. So that's a possibility. So those are the two ways to work with me right now. Pleasure has payment plans that are like super accessible. So there's several payment plans. Everybody can find a way to make that work. And yeah, so I will post the link on here. And what else? So yeah, open up to more, because what's good can become better. Just like money, just like sex, what's good can be better. And live life fueled by pleasure and turn on and desire, and instead of the other way around, because we're here to have fun. Like Earth is a playground, or it can be. We can either address it, come at it like it's a playground, or come at it like it's a prison, and it's all based on up here. So fantastic. Karen, thanks for joining me, whoever else popped in. But yeah, you guys have a fabulous day, and go check out Pleasure. I'd love to see you in there.